Hey there, and welcome to episode 7 of The Mom Game. I am Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. And my, look who we have here. If it isn't Mr. Adrian Beltre.
I'm not a mom.
AB,
How are you, Emily?
you're not a mom, but we wanted to have you on because you've gotten a healthy dose of the mom life since you retired.
Right.
How are you? It's good to see your smile.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Hanging in there. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy are your kids driving you at this point in time?
They're not bad. I mean, obviously they're be home quite a bit because they can go anywhere. But sometimes they got to control a little bit. They start trying to pick on each other and fight a little bit. But other than that, they're not terrible.
Okay, yeah. I want to say this. If I'm ever quarantined again, I want to be at your house because Sandra, your lovely wife, cooks all the time and like all the best stuff. How much weight have you gained since you retired?
Can you ask that question, Emily?
Yes.
To be honest, yes. Obviously, situation's really bad and we feel bad for all the, COVID-19 stuff, but I'm having a blast in my house. But at the same time, yeah, she cooks every day, but I haven't get a lot of weight. Okay. I'm trying to keep it even. I know when I eat heavy dose of food, I try to kind of go in the gym and kind of just work it out a little bit. But so far, I'm kind of keeping the weight off a little bit.
Adrian, could you, I'm Julie, by the way. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. This is very exciting for the Mom Game to have you in the Mom Club. Could you first maybe just set the scene for people that don't know, A, where you're living now, and B, your kids, how old they are, what their names are, that kind of thing?
I'm living in LA, in Los Angeles. My kids are 16, 13, and 9. And, they've been home for the last probably 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And, we're trying to do the best we can with the situation that we're in right now.
Yeah. How is that with the 16-year-old and the 13-year-old? I feel like that's a really tough phase of life where you want to be out doing things with all your friends. I'm sure they were in a lot of activities and stuff like that. I mean, it's all hard, but I feel like that would be a really hard age to try and keep home all the time.
Yeah, the 13-year-old is easier to handle. He's kind of understand more things, what's going on around. But the 16-year-old, the one that we had kind of hard time with her. She don't just understand that her friends can be seen right now, and that she just need to accustom to what the situation is, being home and not trying to be on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
So Cassie is your oldest. She's the 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And she's growing up quite quickly. And so
too fast.
Driving, right?
She halfway there. She working on getting her permit, but she knows how to drive already.
Okay, what about what's the dating scene like at the Beltre house?
Why are we hitting this?
She already asked you how much weight you've gained and if your daughter is dating.
I'm telling you.
He's about to X out of our little chat here, Em.
No, she likes boys. You know how you guys are. But as of right now, we told her straight up. Listen, I don't think it's a good idea to be dating anybody because you need to concentrate in school, and be better. And I think that once you start dating now in high school, once you move to college, you're not going to see that person anymore, probably. So, we're trying to keep the boys off, but, it's a hard job that her mom doing a great job at it, even though sometimes I know she hides stuff from me.
Okay. So how does that work? Especially with a girl and her dad. I mean, there is a certain kind of, they don't want to tell you everything, but maybe tell mom stuff. Do you kind of turn your head a little bit and give her a little leeway, or how does that work?
Well, sometimes, but she's pretty brutally honest. Sometimes they're like a little bit too honest for me. I saw stuff I don't want to know.
Like what? Like what?
Huh?
Like what?
She just comes out and she says, I like this boy. And she said, this boy asked me out. Or this boy this. Or, he's so cute. Oh my God, he's so cute. Just like stuff I know over here. But here, her mom is good with that because she's, she understands it better in that way. But it's just stuff sometimes I said, Dad, I don't want to hear it because I think that she's too young to be actually thinking about that stuff. And obviously, I'm biased because like I did the other day, they asked me, we were in the car, not the other day, probably about 2 months ago. she asked me, Dad, what can I start dating? I said, about maybe when you're 30. And my boy was 13. He asked me, what about me, Dad? I said, in a year or two, you'll be good to go.
It's so true.
I was just about to ask you that. Double standard for AJ.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
Yeah, well, it is what it is, Emily.
So you're not ready to give her any sort of advice yet, anything like that. You're more just kind of go ask your mom. But I feel like it sounds like if she's coming to you talking about this type of thing, that's a good sign, right?
It is. It's just that, I the way I see it, I don't think it's time for that yet.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I understand that she wants to be honest with us and tell us about stuff. And we're try our best to kind of make her understand the right way. Because I'd rather she tell me than go behind my back and do something, not appropriate. So, so far it's been good, but, we kind of dealing with this on a daily basis. See how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Adrian, this would have been, or is, year 2 of retirement for you.
Yes.
So you've had one full season.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't want to get Sandra in trouble, but I remember early on after you retired, maybe it was the start of baseball season, and Sandra and I were texting, and I was like, how's it going? And she's like, oh my gosh, he will not leave me alone. Like, she sent me a picture, and she was like in the bathroom, and you're like waiting for her, like laying on the ledge of the bathtub. And she's like, look at him. He will not leave me alone. She's waiting for me to get out of the bathroom. And I was like, oh my gosh, bless her heart.
Well, the thing is, I don't understand women. She told me she was happy that I retired so we can spend time together, right? So I'm there for her, waiting for her because she wants to spend time together. So that's what I do. I mean, I kind of do things the way people tell me. And then they tell me that that's not what they want. So I don't get it.
Even if that's like staring at her when she's in the restroom.
Yeah.
Just loitering around.
Yeah, just trying to spend more time with her.
What a good husband you are.
See, I try my best.
What's been the biggest, I guess, adjustment for you in retirement? Has it been what you thought it would be? Has it been easier, harder? Do you miss baseball more than you thought? Tell me all about all the things, Adrian. Tell me.
I don't miss baseball. And it's been easier than I thought. I thought for a second that I was going to miss baseball, but I once in a while, maybe I miss just hanging out with the guys, just talking smack with the guys in the clubhouse. But baseball, part of it, I don't really miss it. And when I see baseball and TV here and there, and when I talk to the guys, they call me and talk to me. I don't wish I could be there. And that was a big plus for me, because I thought that was going to be difficult for me to just get away from baseball almost completely. I've been doing this since I was 15 years old, and I thought it was going to be difficult, but now it's been good. But the challenges of being home every day is just accustomed to do things around the house that Sandra normally used to do by herself. In the beginning, I was trying to be more hands-on, I guess, but she didn't like that. So she told me, listen, I had it for a year, so just let me handle this part. But the tougher for me has been, especially now in quarantine, that we're trying to, as a family, we're trying to help around the house, clean the house, and do the dishes and stuff. It's been the fact that I'm not as good at stuff the way she does it. And when I do it, even though it is not perfect, but then I get criticized for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to help, It's just like, listen, I'm not perfect like you, so cut me some slack. If I live a little bit, if I'm washing the dishes, if a little something in one, just clean it. Don't come and tell me, hey, this is what you did. No, just stuff like that we're trying to help as a family, and sometimes those don't go the right way.
Okay, so let me tell you, you know what my husband does, AB? Mike will do this. Every once in a while, he'll start to like say, oh, let me help you with like laundry. Prime example. Let me help you with the laundry. You may help you fold the laundry. I'm like, that's so sweet. Like, of course. He'll fold a towel in the most jacked up manner you've ever seen in your life. And he knows that it's going to drive me crazy. And then after like 5 minutes, I'm like, no, just go. I just go and I don't need your help with the laundry. And like, he's secretly like done this reversal thing to where now I won't ask him to help me with the laundry for like 2 more years until I've forgotten about the shit that he pulls to try to get out of doing the laundry.
That's what Sandra says, that she thinks I'm doing purpose, but I'm not.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. Because I don't mind watching. I kind of enjoy because I grew up when I was obviously the oldest, and I helped my mom wash dishes stuff. I actually enjoy it. Put me some music and I'll do it.
Right.
But but sometimes when you're trying to do it fast, sometimes you just, some little stuff escape, from the situation, and sometimes they're not perfect, but 1 or 2 out of 15 is a pretty good percentage.
There's no shortcuts in dishes.
I'm not trying to shortcut, but it's just like, sometimes when you're doing it, like it's just stuff gets away from you.
I think if you're attempting to do the dishes, that's amazing. Like if you're doing anything, I'm not going to criticize my husband. My husband, maybe he won't listen to this and he'll never know I'm calling him out for this, but he'll put the dishes like all around the dishwasher until I come and put them in the dishwasher. Another thing that I think a lot of husbands do, I'm wondering if you do this, Adrian, I feel like you don't, but like the soak. So when you're doing the dishes and you're like, oh, this thing just needs to soak because the noodles are really stuck onto the side, and you just leave it there and walk away.
No, I don't do that.
You'll scrub it, right? You just scrub it out. There's nothing that you cannot scrub out of a dish. There's no reason to soak, right?
Yeah, right.
Look at you, model husband.
That's admirable, Adrian.
That's that to my wife.
I think you're doing great.
Okay, here's something else I've wondered. So usually it seems like most guys, especially who've played for a long time, once they retire, they usually take a year and are just like, I'm just going to do whatever, not make any plans, not tie myself down to anything, just kind of chill. And now that you're kind of starting year 2, you've had that year under your belt of retirement. Is there anything on the horizon? Is there anything you want to do? Do you want to come join me on Rangers broadcast? What is it?
It's been 1.5 years, 2 years almost. No, I don't want to go join you.
Get that out of the way.
Yeah, because it's just first of all, I don't speak English good enough to be doing that, and second of all, I just don't know what I want to do yet. I don't know if I want to go back to baseball unless it's like I talk about a lot of people, my friends, and I think some of you guys. The job that I might want to have in baseball is just especially into the GM, Michael Young. Yeah,
easiest job in the world.
Because it's nice to just go away for 2 weeks and help the guys, get the kids, and give my input in whatever situation they want me to get into, and then come back home. It's easy too when somebody gets mad at me. I just called JD. Hey, JD, listen, if you go with Rangers, hey, you got something for me to do? I go for a week. I call back. Right. I call my wife back. Hey, are you happy with me now? Okay, I come back. So it's always easier, It's in and out.
Right. You need one of those advisor jobs that's like very vague and ambiguous. And when you are ready to get out of the house, you say, I've got to go advise the Rangers down in Arlington. They need my advising. Or, I have this emergency phone call. And you can just get yourself out of whatever such situation with your advising job.
That sounds perfect. That probably will do.
I mean,
I bet they'd give you one.
If you want me, I can make a couple of phone calls and see what I can do.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not ready for that
yet. I don't think you need any phone calls, AB. I don't think you need any phone calls. Okay, so a couple more things before we let you go. I follow you guys on social media. Obviously, y'all have had some fun with this whole shelter in place thing. You get dressed up. You've done some theme nights. Y'all have dance parties, all that kind of stuff. Who comes up with those ideas, and what are some of the more fun things you guys have done as a family?
It's mainly Sandra. We always throw ideas. It depends on the date. Sometimes she comes out. Depends on the food that you make that day. That's the day is gonna be. Like today's a Mediterranean day. She's gonna cook some Mediterranean food dish.
So jealous.
Yeah. So some days it's like, okay, we're gonna have Mexican food, so we're gonna she make margaritas. We listen to Mexican music.
Oh, how fun!
And some days it's just like like a burger and stuff. So we come back and have a tournament of the bowling alley and play some ball a little bit. And some days are more like fun, so we come back, we have like a dance off. Some days we just like have dinner and there's a movie night, so we watch 2-3 movies or shows. So it's just we kind of change, depends on the mood that we're in, but we kind of just go with the flow. But for the most part, my wife comes with the plan.
Yeah, we had bowling night the other. Oh no, wait, we didn't. We don't have a bowling alley in our house. That's right. I forgot.
Whatever.
Hey, if you got it, you might as well use it, right?
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the perfect time to be stuck at home if you have that kind of stuff at your house.
In my next life, I'm going to come back and marry Sandra Beltre. I'm not even kidding.
That'll be interesting.
Seriously. Okay, one more. Bless her heart. I beat her down all the time about like recipes. She'll make something and I'll see it. And I'm like, I need the recipe for that. I need the recipe for that. Not that I could cook it right, but okay. One more thing.
Stop.
What?
Say hi.
Is it
Camila,
hey, I'm on the mom game.
Come say hi.
Yes, come say hi. Come say hi.
Come say hi. You come say hi.
Where is she?
Go get your mom. So I'm gonna say hi.
Hi, Camila.
Camila, come on.
I want her to dance for me. Hi, Camila.
Yeah, we should play some music.
Hi.
Hi, love. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I miss you.
Miss you too.
How's your daddy?
He's good.
He's good.
He's helpful.
Are you? Oh, that's good to hear. Are you tired of him yet?
No,
Okay, I didn't think
I
so.
like him around.
No, that's sweet.
Aw.
Well, we miss having him around, but I'm glad he's with you guys. Will you go get your sister and brother and mama and tell them to come say hi to you? Okay, one more thing that I always asked you, and you would always tell me, I don't like to talk about myself. I
don't make that. I don't make those faces.
I don't.
That was a pretty good impression. I thought.
I don't want to look back on it yet. Right now, it's not the right time. So now you've been out of the game for a while. When you look back, and I'm like, Adrian Beltre, 20 years in baseball. Tell me the thing. What is it?
Tell you what thing.
Like the thing, the first thing that comes to your mind.
The first thing comes to my mind is like I'm happy with what I accomplished. Yes, sometimes I didn't give myself enough credit or time to think about what I was doing. But now that I'm home and AJ likes to get into baseball stuff, ask me questions and stuff that comes out, so what talk about. And I did pretty nice, some nice stuff that that I'm proud of. Yes, sometimes I was talking to one of my friends on the phone, and he sent me a video of something that came out. And I was thinking to myself, yes, sometimes I didn't, like when all the 3,000 stuff was going on, I didn't really enjoy that moment because I was just
no kidding.
And it's like looking back now, I probably should have understand more the situation and kind of suck it all in more before it happened. But I didn't allow myself to do it. So stuff like that. But I'm not sitting here sad about it, but I just thought that sometimes that was just the way I would wire. I would just like want to get things done and get it over with, and I don't have to deal with you and all your posse.
I know.
Your whole posse.
I hear you. I understand, and I respect that. But it's so much fun. Where's the fam? I wanted to.
I don't know. Where's your mom?
Upstairs.
Go get her.
Oh, there's AJ. Yeah, we want to say hi to him.
Yeah.
Julie, you have any more questions for Adrian before we let him loose?
I was just wondering, like, how much do you stay in contact with the players because you were such like a leader, captain on that team? Do guys reach out to you often to just kind of maybe get your advice on things, whether it's managing life and managing a professional baseball career, managing money, family, or on the field stuff? Of course, how much are you in contact with them?
Yeah, they do. I am in contact with our guys. Obviously, mainly is Elvis. Elvis and I, we speak almost every 2 or maybe every 2 days. Well, at least we write it to each other. Video chatting, all that stuff with the family. But yeah, a lot of guys write me about questions about financial stuff.
Yeah.
Questions about life, about baseball. So it's always been good to be, because they know it's that when I talk to those guys, they were just not about baseball, but just being a better human being and being able to become a better man for society overall. And
right.
And they understood that, so they still call me and ask me questions, and we try to be the best honest and do the best I can to kind of guide them the right way. But is that always going to be there for them, that I'm a friend and they're not only a team, I'm a friend that is going to be here for them, and if it's something I can help with, they're gonna have it.
Yeah. And are you paying attention to obviously the league being shut down right now and like the different options that they're talking about of trying to get baseball going again? What would that be like if they did try to maybe go to Arizona and have everybody play in Arizona for 2-3 months or however long it is? What do you think of all of that? What should they do, Adrian?
I don't know. And the good thing is I don't have to think about it.
Right.
But I was actually talking to Elvis about 3 days ago about that, about the options about going to Arizona and start playing there. They're gonna have a couple hotels just for the players, but they have to juggle about how the family is gonna come back to see them once it's past 1 or 2 months. And it's no way around it. It's gonna be difficult. It's going to be difficult. And, yes, people are eager to see baseball. The players are eager to play baseball. But the main thing is just be safe. Baseball is going to be there even next year or in 2 years. But, when you're losing so many families and friends and loved ones to this COVID-19 virus that is going on, I'd rather just people be safe and be patient than put yourself out there and risk, you get in it, because young people can actually handle it more.
Right.
But who knows if you pass it to, older people that can't handle it.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. Like all the unknown with this virus. It's just crazy. Crazy.
This is the 16 that give me a hard time.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Emily.
How are you, love?
Hi, I'm Julie. I'm the random girl in the corner.
Hi.
I miss you guys.
Miss you too.
Well, y'all be good. Be
Hi.
safe. Hi, AJ.
Hello.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too.
Well, y'all be good.
Look, this is
me see.
look over here. You can see. This is a GQ guy because he has the long hair, so he went to get a hat because he don't want to look bad. Let's see.
Oh, look
Everything
at
about
you.
They're precious.
I'm so glad
I love how snuggly everybody is.
They're sweet.
Yeah.
Well, this before we go, the last thing, and I've always said this about your kids, and it's a lot because of Sandra, if not all. But your kids, I've been around a lot of kids in the clubhouse and all that kind of stuff. Your kids and other families, the Lewis's kids, stick out as y'all the most mannerly, kind, just such good kids. So how do you do that? Teach me how that happened.
It is so me, but she helps.
There she is.
Hi.
Sandra, I told Adrian in my next life I'm going to come back and marry you.
Okay.
So tell us, I just asked Adrian, when I talk about you guys and I talk about your kids, I talk about how kind they are and how well-mannered they are and how they're not, they don't act like, kids of a professional athlete who have a lot of things and all that kind of stuff. So where that has to be coming from you. I know it comes from Adrian too, but where does that come from? How do you teach that? Teach me your ways.
I don't know. I'm just their mom, and they're always with me. I try to instill what was instilled in me, and that's all I've been doing. And then I force them to do stuff they don't want to do because I know that later on they'll appreciate it. Right now they probably won't because that's how I was. So I'm just kind of using all of my life experiences and applying them to parenting now.
Okay. And then one other question. Are you tired of him yet?
Sometimes.
Should I answer for her? Yes.
Sometimes, but I'll just go hide in the other corner of the house.
I told the story about when he was waiting for you outside the bathroom.
He still does that. He's like our dog. She finds me wherever I'm at.
I'm a dog.
Oh, I love it. Okay, Beltre.
Here she is.
Aww.
Wherever I am, there she comes.
There she comes.
It's the same.
Adrian's not far behind. Okay, well, Sandra, I think you should write a cooking and parenting book because I would be the first person to buy it.
Well, I suck at recipes.
You just
so
cook.
That's be good at that.
That's what's so annoying, though. That's even more annoying is you just do it.
Yeah, sometimes people ask and I try my best, but then when they ask like precise measurements, I'm like, I don't know, just a pinch of this or just eyeball it.
Eyeball it. That's going to be my new life motto. Just eyeball it.
She should come back on. We can have a parenting show with her and a cooking show, because I need to learn all of these skills as well. I'm struggling with a 4-year-old boy, really struggling. I need all the tips.
Solo Sandra coming to a mom game podcast.
Love it.
Yeah, you should have her instead of me.
No, nobody wants to listen to me.
Oh yes, you'll be back.
Okay, Beltres. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Great to see you guys. Stay safe.
Bye.
So nice to see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, AB. Love you guys.
Bye.
That was so cool to have Adrian Beltre on and his whole family making an appearance. Emily, nice grab. Nice guest by you. I wanted to make sure and mention that today's episode, once again, brought to you by Cowden Cosmetic Dentistry, like they all will be. So we all know times are weird right now, and dentist offices aren't open for just the regular appointment, but they're still open for emergencies. So if anything happens, make sure you call Cowden Cosmetic Dentistry, and Dr. Anna Cowden and her wonderful staff will take care of you, whatever that is. And then when things do get back to normal, you know that you'll have a dentist office for all of your needs. That's where I'm going to start going. That's where Emily's been for a wonderful Zoom teeth whitening experience. So if you need any help right now determining what's elective or what's an emergency procedure, just call Cowden Cosmetic Dentistry at 972-380-6223. You can email them at info@cowdencosmeticdentistry.com. And Em, I'll bring you back in here. And before
Julie,
we go, yes.
Wait, first of all, your cat made like an appearance over your shoulder?
Oh, really?
During that read, and then like it went back down. It was hilarious.
She got camera shy.
Yeah, she was like,
maybe not. Before we go, which by the way, that was awesome. You must have had so much fun covering Adrian for all those years, because to have someone that like has that star power and be that down to earth to talk to, it's like the perfect combination.
Super cool. And he really loosened up. Like when his first couple years here, I was intimidated by him. I was, we did not have that warm fuzzy. It was just, he was intimidating.
Yeah.
And then he loosened up after a couple years, and then it was so much fun. So much fun to cover him. He's such a good dude.
That's
such
awesome.
A kick-ass family. I mean, they're
so
awesome.
Sweet. I want to move in there too. So what are we? Week like 5 of staying at home, basically in quarantine. Yeah. I wanted to check your mental state, see how things are going with the homeschooling. Yeah. Are you hanging in there?
So yeah, I mean, it's a lot. I mean, I think it's just every day's different. I try to keep my sanity by running in the mornings. That's kind of been my saving grace, is like I get out of the house by myself, sweat, breathe hard. But I think, it's just day by day. That today was really busy, so I think my patience was a little short. Yeah. It's just, it just happens. Like, it's just like some days are great and easy, and then other days are hard. But you're just figuring it out just like everyone else. I haven't had like a giant mental breakdown. I'm sure one's coming.
We're all going to have them at some point.
Yeah. But I feel like we're doing, we're getting by. We're getting by just like everybody else. Yeah. How about you?
I'm okay. Have your schools shut down for good yet, or are they still hanging on to hope?
They haven't said, but we're all prepared for that.
Like it just seems like it. I'm doing okay. We've still got daddy daycare downstairs with me working upstairs, and I soon will not be working as much for a while, but that's another story. But
it's another podcast.
Yeah, we can talk about. But I was talking to Ryder about that. I was like, hey, Ryder, Ryder's my 4-year-old son, if there's any new listeners that haven't heard me talk about him. And I just wanted to share this story because it really touched me, I guess. And I feel like is a little dose of perspective that maybe people could use right now. And we're all trying to help each other survive this. But I was talking to him about how soon I'll be home a lot more, or outside of this room, not working. And Dad is home with him 24/7 instead of traveling with the hockey team. So I was talking to him about this right before bedtime. And he said, he phrased it like a 4-year-old would. And he said, Mom, do you think that the coronavirus came because we need it? And I said, well, what do you mean, babe? And he said, well, we all needed I wanted you and daddy to be home. That's what I want more than anything.
No.
And he's 4. And he was just like, you and daddy are home. And in his little world,
that's all that matters.
That's all that he knows. He doesn't know anything else, So it was almost like, okay. And Kelly loved that story too. And it was just like, okay, maybe we all just need to look at this like a 4-year-old would. Yeah. And he was trying to just mention the positive that he'd been feeling. And it was really cool to me. And so, we're never going to get this time again, like where we're home. Yeah. It's so stressful. I mean, especially at his age. And then Anna needs the constant attention, but I haven't been home with her since she was 5 weeks old.
Right.
Like outside of a weekend.
Yeah.
Or like if I take a few days of vacation. So I think, I'm just still trying to focus on that. I really miss people. Like I really miss going to dinner with friends, like just going out and about, like being able to talk to my neighbors without feeling like I could go to jail.
Right. True.
Just all that. That's what's like going to get me maybe to go insane, but just trying to take it all in stride.
And I think that's a fantastic story. And I think it's a great reminder. And I think probably 4-year-olds have better perspective than any of us at this point in time. So good on Ryder. I think that's awesome. And I think that's what I try to remind myself too, when I find myself getting frazzled or stressed out or impatient. You try to remind yourself of that, granting yourself grace when those moments do happen, but then keeping in mind that at the end of the day, if you're still healthy and, in your house and with the people you love, then, that really is, when you boil it all down, that really is what it's all about.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, we'll just get on social media and, try to, add some levity and comedy through the whole thing. Even though it is a very serious matter, obviously. I think we all have to just try to find moments of, like you said, those moments of perspective, moments of levity, just trying to all keep our heads screwed on straight. So I love that story from Ryder.
Yeah. Well, I had to share. So
I'm glad you did.
We'll keep doing this. We'll keep talking and
we'll be here every week.
Every week
until they tell us we can't come back anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. And we're thankful to Cowden Cosmetic Dentistry. And there's an open call. If anybody else wants to hop on board the mom game, have some fun with us, we can work in your company however you see fit. And we can keep this thing going, make it bigger and better. And
there's your cat again. It's so amazing.
She wants to sponsor the
show.
Yeah,
she does. Exactly. Yeah. So hit us up. We've had a lot of conversations lately with businesses looking to get creative with their advertising, marketing, all that kind of stuff. So hit us up. Twitter's the easiest way to find us. She's at Julianne Dobbs. I'm at Emily Jones McCoy. And then we have a show Twitter handle that is at the Mom Game 1. We try to be as responsive to all the messages and comments and all the kind of stuff that we get there. So give us some feedback. Let us know what you think. Who would you like to hear on our show?
How are we going to follow that one up?
Exactly. Yeah. Or any specific topics you'd like for us to discuss. We want you to be a part of our community. We've said it every episode. I always end by saying that we're trying to build a community. We want you guys to feel like you're a part of it. So hit us up. Let us know what you think. And we'll see you again next week.
Sounds good.
Mom game out.
Mom game out.
Mom game out with your cat.